They don't want the Taric. Meanwhile, G2 are like, take away all the flex picks, but that does leave one available.
The Akali is picked. Remember, the 5 choices that we already saw earlier, Akali, Rakan, Xayah for the side of Invictus Gaming, G2 grabbing themselves the Jarvan and the Tahm Kench, those are all still locked in from the previous champion selects. And once it gets to Caps' turn, that's when we're going to see things move forward.
And as Frostgorn was talking about last time when they locked in the Tahm Kench, this does give more confidence to us that you're going to get one of those carry-carry matchups. Tahm Kench can really lend himself to a wide map and traverse a very long area.
All right, IG, there's the Xayah. That one was accidentally misinterpreted as a Varus last time due to some difficulties, but now they got the right champs in there. The Lovers duo in the bottom lane. We've seen these champions pop off before. Unfortunately for Xayah and Rakan, only Rakan has an IG World Championship skin. Poor Xayah.
Oh!
G2 will lock in the Nico.
You missed one. You missed one of the crazy picks. I've heard so many rumors about the Nico. We very rarely got to see it crop up in the LEC, but I'm unsure what position it will be played in, because classic G2, it can go either way.
Exactly. Either 3 ways there, because Perkz could easily play it in the bottom lane, even as AP or on hit. So definitely a very versatile champion here. Nico primarily, though, we've seen it so much as a split pusher. The on-hit build still is good. They nerfed it, then they buffed it back to a fairly reasonable level.
All right, let's see what we get banned away in the second part of the bans here. Kinnan will be removed by the side of G2. Gangplank taken off the table there by IG, still heavily focusing towards these solo lanes.
And it feels like it's a good read that is going to be a mid lane Akali if you're trying to pinch that top lane pool. I'm really curious what the last 2 picks are going to be for G2, just because the pool is so tiny. Aurelia is still available. Oh, excuse me, never mind. I was like, maybe I'm reaching for the Aurelia. That was banned way years ago.
Get your hand out of that flex pick bag. It has been taken care of.
There's nothing left. What do you got?
Oh, no more Syndra either. Not very flexible, that one. Definitely targeted at Rookie. Not going to be an answer here.
Rookie, we did see him playing the Syndra earlier in their bloodbath of a game against Fongvu Buffalo. Was able to put out quite a lot of damage on that pick. Has been historically successful with it. Not too surprised to see that one banned away. One more ban coming in from IG, and they will get rid of that LeBlanc. When we were talking earlier during the delay, you said that's a champion you like to see into an Akali because it can deal with the Shroud so well, still manage to do the damage and figure out where she's hiding in there, but IG will not allow G2 to pick that one.
And what I'm looking at, if I'm Invictus Gaming and looking at these first 3 picks from G2, is that they do want to go with the split push and spread type of style here. Hovering a Vladimir, though, already for G2,
flex,
and they're going to lock that one in.
And it kind of fits right into that wheelhouse. With Vladimir, I feel like you get everything you want. You can look for the 5v5, you can look for the hyper scaling into a side lane, you can play 1-4, 1-3-1, and it flexes, so perfect.
Vladimir, it team fights, it split pushes, it late games. The only thing you're missing there from the selling point of a champion would be a little bit of scaling in the early game.
Right.
So that might be an area where IG could actually up the tempo.
There's also not a lot of easy CC. You basically have Jarvan that can help set up the Nico, but there's not something like a Sejuani or like a Flash Rise or something like that. So I'll keep my eyes on how this Vladimir actually gets into those team fights if we're able to burn the Jarvan ultimate and that doesn't be the big trigger for the hard engage.
And with Zoe and Lee Sin being the last picks locked in for the side of IG here, there's not anybody on the Invictus Gaming side that really screams tanky to me. If this Vlad gets ahead and is able to run into the middle of everyone with Hemoplague and Tides of Blood, the AoE damage is going to be massive, and there is not enough smoke for Akali to hide in from that amount of burst. One more pick for G2. What's it going to be? Looks like the name of the game could be the Vayne locked in.
And we needed the final cherry on top to top off this G2 draft. Again, the question is, where does the Vayne go?
Yeah, pretty much everything on G2 could be swapped around to different places. It'll be up to them to decide how all of these want to be swapped around. The only thing I'm certain of is that Tahm Kench will be supported.
Yeah, I mean, Vayne very well could be flexed up into the top lane for the Akali matchup. Until proven otherwise, though, I'm going to guess that it is going to go to Perkz, and there's one more or 2 more role swaps here, or champion swaps, to get the Jarvan onto Jankos, and then the Nico Vayne swap as well.
Everyone hold hands.
Yeah, exactly. But let's jump into the game here as we get onto Summoner's Rift. We'll finally find out where G2 are going to place their champions.
But on the other side, it's a very standard draft coming out of Invictus Gaming. You have rookie Zoe, you have the Shy playing the Akali, so there's a lot of bridging points. They can play around the early game with the Lee Sin. They have a really strong mid-game power spike and a wealth of options to attack in each lane.
And remember, both these teams, the last time we got to see them play was in the World's semifinals last year. It was G2 who had to defeat RNG to earn that spot and then found themselves destroyed by Invictus Gaming 3-0. Not a single one of those games even taking 30 minutes for IG to blow up the Nexus, but this G2 roster is revamped, restarted, and ready to prove themselves here at MSI.
Unfortunately, the only silver lining is they didn't get beat as quickly as Fnatic did, so G2 got to take that one back home. But ultimately, it's about revenge. It's about making your statement, and it's about proving that the changes that you made, as Caps was saying, you leveled up, you got stronger. So now they look towards Invictus Gaming, running the same roster. Did you also match us?
And G2, you want to talk about making changes and getting better. They took SKT down in style earlier today. They're not coming in here looking like a team that people are saying, oh yeah, you're top 3, but you're definitely number 3. They mollywopped SKT, and if they can come in here and do it to IG, they're putting themselves in a real good spot to say, hey, we're a contender for the whole thing.
Making a statement early is such a big deal in a tournament like this. This is a tournament of champions. Everyone is a winner that is here at MSI. So if you are able to take down SK Telecom and IG back-to-back games on the first day, everyone will fear you, and you will be able to also get whatever scrims that you want for the remainder of the duration of that tournament.
I mean, there's a really good chance that the West ends today 4-0. Team Liquid and G2 just high-fiving each other. T, I was like, it was all me, man. Like, good run, but I got you covered.
Season 9 could be the moment that Western fans have been waiting for, but we'll have to wait and see. Quick update. The picks are all valid. We have completed a champion select. These 10 champions are going to be the ones you're seeing on Summoner's Rift, but Wonder apparently had a difficulty loading into the game. They're hoping to get him reconnected here within about the next 2 minutes or so. If anything changes there, I will give you all an update. But as we're loading in, we've seen both compositions so far. Tell me, where do you both expect to see the junglers and the teams at large put their attention early on in this game?
Honestly, the Nico into Zoe lane is always something that I have my eyes on. Nico has a very useful route, and Zoe does not have any inherent escapes, especially early on. So Jarvan, perfect champion for going red buff level 2, instant gank towards min, try and burn at least a summoner or something, and you can really try and put the pressure on one of the star players. Everybody is looking at rookie versus Caps, and how will this go? And all the information we always get about Caps, he's a 10-0 or 0-10 player in scrims. You want him to be on the 10-0 side.
And I'm also super interested to see how they'll use the Nico. Deficio was talking about on the desk. G2 are an incredibly creative team. Second for second in the game, they're figuring out how to Rubik's Cube you. They're problem solving. They're trying to find these opportunities or create things that most teams don't see. And with Nico and the camouflage, you can create some wacky situations. And if
honestly, it ushered in a whole new era of how people have to think about the game and how they want to play it. If you would have gone back 2 years ago and said, oh yeah, let's see some mages in bottom lane, throw some Nico down there, Talia and Pantheon, people would be wondering what the hell you're talking about. But now, there are so many different ways to play League of Legends. We are on to Summoner's Rift. We are going to see how they do it here today. Finally, at long last, it is Invictus Gaming versus G2.
And we are on to Summoner's Rift. Both sides racing out here to the river to try and get some vision early on. Currently, Wonder is the one with the Vayne. So after all that, and we finally get into the game, it is the top lane Vayne with the press the attack here into the Akali. Now, Vayne as a top lane can be extremely brutal to deal with and often will attract both junglers up to that matchup.
And she is relatively difficult to gank, not just because of the tumble, but with how she uses the condemn. So if people aren't perfect on when they walk up to her, it's super easy for her to be hard oppressive in lane and then walk it out.
Also worth pointing out, Kobe noted the keystone on the Vayne. I also want to point out the glacial augment for perks on the Nico in the bottom side. Expect to see a lot of slows, a lot of utility coming out of this G2 bottom lane.
Back to the Vayne pick, though, as well. Sometimes if you're getting the most out of a top lane Vayne, you have to use your tumble, you have to play super aggressively and position very far forward in the lane. So that's why it often attracts both junglers' attention, trying to keep wards, trying to keep vision, trying to allow, the Vayne's side to be able to play aggressive and create that advantage. And then the other side, of course, putting a stop to it, trying to get that early kill or blow summoners.
And I think that's one thing that I observe a lot, at least during the regular season of play in North America, is teams that try to pick these aggressive laners in their solo lane, specifically top side, and then aren't successful with it. A lot of it comes down to the jungler not going up there because they're thinking, oh, my laner should win this. He's a lane bully. He's got range advantage. Easy. But you do have to shadow this like Jankos is doing now to make sure Wunder doesn't get punished for this aggro.
Exactly as we said 10 minutes ago in the first champion select. Jarvan, perfect at going red buff level 2 into trying to get some control for this top laner. But on the other side, of course, we already see the wards from G2. They know that this is a very real possibility. They have accounted for it, and the vision is there.
Yeah, excellent vision there from Invictus Gaming, so we'll see what Ning does with the information on the other side. What I love, too, is you already see that Jankos is kind of popping his head up, looking for a possible opportunity on top side, but the fact that you have a Vladimir as well as a Tom Kench in your mid and bot lane, these champions can absorb so much pressure with the pool, with the gobble, that you can start throwing everything at Wunder and everyone else will be fine on the map.
And talking about that Vladimir in the mid lane, you can see right now Rookie has taken over the early shove here, the priority in the lane. Plenty of creeps to farm up, so Caps is not quite as behind as he appears to be right now. And goes over the wall, but it's going to be Ning waiting for him right there in the brush. Sonic Wave into the resonating strike. Conqueror on the Lee Sin and Jarvan both. Mickey X making his rotation over to the fight. Balon will join up with Ning, and IG with control over that mid lane can bring Rookie over there just to make sure they get the blue buff.
And this is really left over from that initial vision spot on Jankos there. Ning able to follow the pathing, the follow forward. Oh, has the flash, doesn't look for, or doesn't want the devour.
Yeah, he was left there by himself in the lane because Balon moved up to try and help with that blue buff steal. Thought he could be okay because of the giant minion wave that had built up, but that is going to be double summoners blown for Jackie Love. Definitely a target that G2 might want to take advantage of.
Yeah, that's the big thing, though. The fact that Jankos has his blue taken away, but now there's that possible opportunity. I can abuse Jackie Love down here and springboard myself back into this game.
And remember, Xayah's a champion that we think about her for having the ability to escape engages, but that's all about the ultimate. Until he hits that level 6, he's super vulnerable. This might as well be a Varus or an Ashe or something equally engageable for Invictus Gaming here in the bottom side. Equal farm here between both bottom lane players. Can't call them both AD carries because of the status of the Nico there, but Perkz will keep on farming up. The only real big CS discrepancy so far this game is there in the top side, where you can see Wunder, having maintained that advantage for a while now, will continue building that lead.
Yeah, he's got the CS lead, but as you can see, the Shy constantly trying to threaten that all-in attempt. Jankos, though, heading back to the top side. Control word is there.
TP coming in from Wunder. Jankos goes further in, able to find one auto attack, looking for even more. One more will do it, and First Blood goes over to G2.
And the First Blood King makes good on his promise. He visits up at the top lane, didn't need the summoner spell, a flash is burned in mid, but so far, G2 first on the board.
Oh man, Rookie is going to get a double wave pushed in with a cannon. He's going to try and find Caps even at the second turret there. He does have a W flash, so maybe he was thinking he was going to be able to do something else. Does get a turret play and denies several minions.
And for Caps, this is sort of feeling reminiscent of what happened to him during that World semifinal. It was Rookie who beat him during the World's final, back when Caps was on Fnatic, it was Rookie who was able to beat him in lane every single time. And right now, he's off to a similar advantage. Bottom side, Perkz and Mickey X getting themselves into a 2v2, but going to be taken low on mana there. The Shy trying to find himself some sort of a play here. Wunder down to one hit. The Shy wanting to make it happen. Goes forward, Jankos doing a good job body blocking that shuriken, making so they can't do anything else. Ning gonna be tanking the turret aggro here for now. The Shy's gonna be eating the turret shot. Jankos might be able to make it too! Ladies and gentlemen, the First Blood King brings 3 bloods into the top lane just 5 minutes in!
Yanko's camping top lane. We talked about both junglers being attracted to that top side. Excuse me. I don't know if you can hear me yelling across to the other mic there.
Kobe is so hype.
Yankos gets not number 1, not number 2, but also number 3. This is all 3, not only just the kills, but the credit as well. So big gold stacked up on this Jarvan. Let's take another look at how the Shy gets Wonder low inside, but Yankos comes in, uses the sweeper to try and reveal, does get the initial knock up here, and then it is the Shy and Ning that try and go for the tower dive.
And here's the thing, you think this is disaster for G2. You're like, this is a 2v1 scenario, but Yankos and Wonder play it so well. Wonder being the initial bait here. You know Invictus Gaming are gonna bite, you know they're gonna look for it, and then expertly layered CC, make sure he finds the knock up, and then just sidestep, boop, see ya, Ning.
You can't play that much better if you're Yankos there. G2 has to be happy with how that one played out. That Jarvan now sitting on completed Cinder Hulk, not even 7 minutes in.
Yeah, the Shy and Ning also gonna want that one back. Couple of mistakes there, taking the extra tower shots early on, but now it is double level 6s here for the duo on the top side. And guess who's back? It's the Jarvan camp squad.
And I just want to say, good guy Yankos. 3-0 right now, goes for the Cinder Hulk Jarvan. He's a team player.
Let's see here, Caps trying to find himself a little bit of a trade here onto Rookie in the mid lane. Wants to get the Empowered Transfusion, but Rookie's not going to allow him to do so. Able to find the Proto Belt, a little more coming through. Emo Plague drop down onto Rookie, who now has to try to get himself away. It's Yankos coming in, able to find the Cataclysm. Rookie with a flash out. That is his real flash, but he will survive.
Yep, and Yanko's going to stick around to help him push out the lane as well. Allow him an extra timing. This is kind of the Invictus Gaming strength right now. It is the Zoe harassment on the Vladimir early on. As we talked about in Champ Select, the Vladimir, the one thing he's not bringing to the table is the early game.
But just takes a level 9, make sure he gets most points into his Q. He'll be able to sustain that lane and should try to fight back a little bit at some of this Zoe poke.
And bottom lane, you can see some poke coming out of the side of G2. Remember, Nico's root lasts forever if she can launch it through the creep wave and then hit you with it as the last target. 3 seconds at maximum duration is an incredible amount of time to be locked down, and they get a very good trade against IG4.
But hold up, we're back up into the top lane. Curious when Ning's gonna go for his play. Doesn't have flash, does have access to the Dragon Rage kick.
Wonder walking forward, doesn't want to go too far out there, just wants to...
Honestly, I would be looking for a counter gank right here and waiting because they know that Yankos is constantly camping, and now that he goes for the ward!
Go! Ning's gonna find him into the wall there, burst coming through, and Ning will shred Wonder out before Yankos can even make his way into the mix. That is finally Invictus Gaming on the board.
Yep, they see Yankos killing the ward. Once he reveals it and starts auto-attacking it there, they know that they have the distance they can pull off that 2v1. Ning with a very nice kick into the wall. Look at that Dragon Rage. He doesn't go anywhere, allows the Shy to land his skill shot, then finishes off with a very quick ultimate, and that is going to be a little bit of a turnaround for the top side. Unfortunately for the Shy, he actually did not get kill credit though, and it was money over to Ning.
And it can be a repeat gank because now the flash will be back up for Ning, just can wait for that cooldown, and it feels like everything is just a magnifying glass on this top laner, a Kali Vayne. Who is going to win the volatile matchup? Who is going to start popping off?
And this is exactly what I said I wanted to see coming into the matchup between these two teams. Carries in the top lane for both sides, focus onto the top lane from both sides. And so far, it's Wonder who's been, I should say it's G2, who's been coming out on top. But all the kills, remember, did go over to Yankos. It's not Wonder building up that lead for himself. And when you look at his itemization, after that last play, when he got bursted down so quickly, he immediately goes for the completed Hex Drinker, protecting himself in the lane.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, and why you could just see the jungler gold comparison there, because every kill in this game has gone to the junglers so far. And a lot of that money...
My kind of game, Kobe.
A lot of the money is being put into tank stats for Yankos, though. As you pointed out, the Cinder Hulk Frostgurn. Double buffs now, though. He's down to the bottom side with control wards all around this early dragon. He can start up the Ocean Drake and take the early regeneration for G2 to help out with that lane phase.
And it feels like one of the advantages of transferring your gold lead into more tank stats from Yankos is that there's not really a traditional tank in this team. If you look at it, between the superficial health that Tom Kench is going to get with Grey Health and Yankos itemizing tank, there's an actual front line for G2 if this does come down to team fight phase.
And I'd also say the type of tank stat that he's buying is indicative of where he's going to continue to camp. It is magic resist with the null magic mantle and the double AP solo laners.
Now, topside, Ning wants to set up a play here yet again. Wonder is past the days where he can just auto-attack the Shy with impunity. You see that the Shy can easily find some good trades onto him. Ning going for the kick, but not able to find it there. One more auto-attack from Wonder would have sealed his fate, but Wonder does a good job getting himself out of the way of that one. Flash from both Invictus Gaming's jungler and G2's top.
Yeah, very good reactions there from Wonder to immediately ult and tumble to get the invisibility. Ning was not close enough to instantly dragon kick after his flash, so it does not go off, and they trade flashes.
Meanwhile, bottom side, Xayah and Rakan doing what they do best, going in for the 2v2. Damage coming out there from Perks, gonna make sure that nothing else happens out of that one. Battleon chunked pretty low, has to use his flash, and he'll be going home.
And you can see how oppressive Nico can be in the lane phase. It feels like Kench and Perks are just so far up into this lane, constantly throwing those roots, constantly dropping those sapling bombs.
This is what I like to see. You know, you wanted the carry v carry matchup in the top side, Captain Flowers. You don't get much more carry v carry than Akali and Vayne with constant jungler camping.
Jankos again hanging out of. He went to the sporting goods store, he found himself a nice tent, and he's just set that sucker up in top lane the entire time.
You get 1, maybe 2 camps in between visits back to the top lane. He does have the Rift Arrow though, and plates are available in both mid and top for him to go for.
Most junglers farm their camps and then gank the lanes between it. He is just deciding to farm the top lane and gank the camps in between that time. We'll see if he can make a play here in the mid lane onto Rookie, but it doesn't look like it. Instead, going to go back towards his own jungle. Keep on farming up. He is a level behind Ning, who has been doing a better job farming. You can see 86 to 72 CS there. Did go for the early Tiamat on the Lee Sin. Now in the mid lane, it's Battleon able to find the knock-up onto Caps, who's now going to mount himself a bit of a counterattack. Mickey X making his way into the mid lane now as well. Sonic Wave coming in from Ning, who can't quite get himself into the fight just yet. And it looks like both sides are going to walk away.
And this is a classic maneuver. I'll hold the thought, though. Maybe the Shy goes crazy. He's got flash.
This matchup turns so heavily, as you can see. Once the Akali has the level 6, has so much more threat for this all-in, now it becomes, oh no, the Vayne dropping CS, because there's so much. 100% to 0.
Oh, Rookie's in some trouble, trying to get himself away from this Cataclysm. Does still have his flash ready to go, looking to turn something around, maybe. He has backup coming in from the Shy, who makes his way in and finds the assassination into the shutdown onto Jankos. Cap's now in some trouble himself. A lot of damage coming in from the side of IG. Mickey X going to be taken down in the Dragon Pit at the same time into the 2v2. Back into the mid lane is Wonder going to be taken low. Cap's also below half HP. The Shy at 200. The disengage will happen as Perks looks to find something else here onto Battleon. Not going to get enough damage to kill.
And suddenly Invictus Gaming bite back right there. Huge shutdown into the pockets of Akali of all things. And this is massive because while you have this Vayne, while she's getting so much attention, so many resources from Jankos, I'll hold it.
Oh, nice pull there. Ning not able to find the Sonic Wave. Just goes for the Dragon's Rage anyway. Not going to get much from that one. The Shy going in, going forward. Sonic Wave doesn't even need the resonating strike. And Wonder will have to walk away as Caps falls into a pool of blood.
They will get down and dirty with you, G2. You must respect Invictus Gaming when they come to skirmish. With this Akali, who's going to win out in a late game? A hyper-fed Akali versus the 80 carry of the Vayne. My bet's on the Akali.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you on that one. Let's take another look at how all the craziness started.
All right, Yanka's going to go in. They're trying to 2v1 at the beginning, but the first teleport is that of Invictus Gaming. And it is the Shy who arrives. Huge burst damage, but we're back out onto the field.
Meanwhile, bottom side, it's Perks nearly killed here. Battleon and Jackie Love looking to maybe make something else happen. Rookie making his way down into the fight now. Thick Skin going to be keeping Mickey X alive for a little bit longer, but it's a nice play to frog legs for IG's mid lane.
Invictus Gaming completely controlling the pace of the game now, turning the tides of these fights with the extra members joining and getting those victories in the small skirmishes.
Yeah, and starting to shore up some of the CS disadvantages that they were at. Jackie Love just still slightly behind Perks, but everywhere else on the map, it's feeling very good for IG. Collectively as a team, they are ahead than G2's Jankos.
All right, take another look at how this happened down bottom side. Battleon went all in on Perks. They're able to get him down. He flashes away, but as you know, Rookie comes down the river. Mickey X has nowhere else to go, and that's all she wrote.
Rookie trying to find himself a kill there. Perks has been saved multiple times now by Mickey X and the Tom Kench Devour. Of course, that's what you draft the champion for, but Mickey X, just this guy who's always on point for the side of G2.
I want to take a break because we're going to have a little bit of action.
There's no break to take. Jackie Love manages to outplay Caps underneath the turret.
Is that the O10 maneuver there?
That, I believe it has to be. Not what you want to see for the side of G2. Caps falls to 0-2 and 0 on this Vladimir. Rift Herald going to be summoned up here in the mid lane for G2, looking to knock down this mid lane tier 1 turret. Turret First Blood is still on the table. Getting that would manage to bring G2 back a little bit closer in this game. They are down almost 4K 16 minutes in.
Yeah, that was actually a very low value Rift Herald. There are no more turret plates left available, so it's just a chunk on a tower. And they weren't able to finish off the tower either, so no immediate reward at all. Meanwhile, Invictus Gaming getting that kill on the Caps, as well as the Infernal Drake. Here goes
Mickey X going to be hurt up. Here's the counter initiation comes in. Balon looking to lock down 3 different people. Wonder going to be taken very low. Balon nearly falls, but Wonder's going to be taken out next. Mickey X cut to pieces. It's a double kill over to the Shy, and they're looking to make even more happen now. Jankos might be ahead, but they're looking to cut him down once more. Gets himself away just barely. Cap coming in. Empowered Transfusion won't do a lot. Invictus Gaming pick up 3 for nothing. They got a couple injured health bars, but that's not going to stop them from taking down the tier 1.
Everything that you thought was in doubt over that PvP game, throw it out the window. This is Invictus Gaming. They will get down and dirty with you, and you must respect them when they have these comfort picks. Bow Lens, Rakan, time and time again, finding these key engagements.
Everything that is important right now, keeping track of every single member of the enemy team. Here's another rerun of Caps going for the tower dive here. Chronoblades over to the side. I don't believe I ever saw a pool go off.
Died without it.
And he instantly dies on the bottom side there, so Jackie Love happy to get that one, but here's the second replay, the Jarvan initiation into the Bow Lawn lockup, and now we're back into another!
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's going to be Jackie Love in some trouble, going to be shut down as Caps gets himself on the board. He'll be taken pretty low. Rookie's going to grab the kill onto him as now Invictus Gaming makes their own counterattack. Ningo's on a rampage taking down Perch. Mickey X is thrown up into the air, and he'll be taken down again as well. A double kill for Invictus Gaming's jungler. They may have lost their AD carry, but they'll find 3 in return.
And they've got control of the map once again. Bottom turret is extremely low here. The Shy going in on a Wonder.
Oh, this is not where this Bane wants to find herself. The damage comes through. The Hex Drinker won't do a damn thing.
Not versus Sork, Boots, Oblivion, Orb, and the converted...
the Gunblade.
Gunblade.
It's grayed out. It's fine. It's hard to see.
He already used his bullets, it's fine. Taking stock of this game, because it feels like everything else on fire all of the time, and as I say that, we gotta see how the first fire happened.
Honestly, it's been a constant fire the entire game. 3-member dive from G2. They get capped with the big AoE. Perks following it right up there with the Nico, and they got the second root. But Rookie gets the kill on the Caps just barely, Ning healing off of it, and then with Balon coming in with the shield, he doesn't go down. They finish up the second kill, and they're able to get down.
And it feels like time and time again, it's Invictus Gaming having the numbers advantage in the collapse. When we were talking about this game, we don't get a chance. There's no talking about this game. Just kills all the time.
There is never a chance to talk when it's G2 against IG. Pool comes out for Caps there, not making the same mistake as before. Barely escapes that last feather. He had to feel the wind from that one as he just barely walks away.
Yeah, it's completely Invictus Gaming all the way now. Big root here from Perks. Are they going to be able to get anything off of it, though?
Top lane Vayne 0-3-0, even after having the help from Jankos there in the early game. 4-2-2 for the Shy's Akali. Wonder in some trouble yet again. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Akali against an 80 carry. Not quite, but the flash is going to seal his fate.
Teleport.
That's the Shy picking up 1, but the cavalry has arrived. The Shy has no way out of this one. He'll surely fall to the collapse coming out from G2. They want to give the kill over to Caps. They'll do so, and that's his second of the game.
Yeah, he used everything going for that tower dive. We might continue, though, here. Jackie Love and Balon getting some damage onto the turret as G2 rotate up. They do have the extra inside track, I guess, on trying to get up there. Tom Kench ultimate is available if they want to try and defend topside too.
And that's what it feels like. You want to see G2 kind of focus more about their side lanes, kind of get everything in a row and then look for these fights, try to rip Invictus Gaming around the map through their vision. That's how G2 normally win their games, but they're falling into the IG trap. They're trying to beat themselves to the punch, and they're not taking account of simple math. They don't have enough key members when they try to do it.
And IG is so far ahead in this game right now. Nearly 7,000 gold at 20 minutes is an absolutely massive lead. And let's take another look at how the Shy made this one happen.
Has a ward, so he's able to go right up to the corner, get the first burst damage onto Wonder. Then
follows him onto the tower, uses the flash, and tags him with that final.
Invictus Gaming constantly in the face of G2 Esports, pushing forward into the jungle, looking to cut off that vision, cut off that control over the map. They'll push on the tier 2 in the mid lane here now as well. Jankos will throw down that flag, but there's not a lot else he can do about it as G2 watches their 4th structure crumble.
And I want to point out how Invictus Gaming are hiding out with Rookie, trying to hunt and find where G2 are looking for that flank and denying them any opportunity for engagement.
Rookie continuing to just throw those skill shots forward. It's dangerous to walk into your jungle when you're this far behind, when your opponents have such good vision. It's doubly dangerous against a champion like Zoe that sets up the picks so phenomenally easily. And then even if you try to save someone who's in some trouble, if Balon's hanging around, all of a sudden everyone gets engaged on and it goes from bad to worse. The Mountain Drake is up. You can see Ning working on that one right now. If the Fog of War disappears, he's in the pit. He'll secure that one easily for IG by himself. And considering we're past the 20-minute mark and IG's 7,000 gold ahead and a Mountain Drake is now in their pocket, Baron is a very real possibility.
The other big problem here for G2 is that this composition does not play well from behind. Rookie now is on the run. Caps flashes in for him.
Caps going very aggro on this one, but now the punish is potentially coming in from the shot. Pool going to be popped there from Caps. Balon also going to be showing his face. Goes in for the knockup. Able to find it only onto Mickey X. A good devour onto Caps. Going to be keeping him safe. But IG's now put themselves in a spot where they're going to be pushing into the top side.
Yeah, and G2 don't want to take this fight. If you peek at the items, they are not ready to do so. Yeah, Caps is hitting hard, but he was the beneficiary of some shutdown gold. Wonder is not in a good spot. He's got like the KFC variety bucket of items.
The double down for the Vayne in the top side. Not exactly what you want to see, as Mickey X is only going to be seeing black and white for the next 30 seconds. He's going to be taken down. Ning going to go dominating, taking out Perch there on the backside. Jankos gets a return kill onto Balon, but now Cap's going to be taken very low, nearly taken down. Jankos will be buried in the top lane along next to his friend, as the shutdown onto Ning will not mean much when Invictus Gaming is diving deep into the base, and it is an ace for IG.
It's more than that, it's a slaughter. That was between Towers and Invictus Gaming were styling on G2 at that point.
Just look at those angles from the Shy going for this dive. Invictus Gaming complete that dive emphatically and are able to take the turret afterwards.
This is not even close. Invictus Gaming, 9,000 gold ahead of their opponents right now. 7-3 on the Akali, 6-2 on the Lee Sin. The Zoe still hasn't died yet. These guys are just completely in control.
Yeah, G2 still looking for those plays, though. Still looking for areas that they can go aggressive, because they aren't going to win with this type of composition by sitting back and defending. You can't actually rely upon the farm for late style when you draft it this way. They are, both teams, making League of Legends look extremely fun, though.
And I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer here, but I think G2 are in a spot where they're now depending on IG mistakes to win, because look at how the fights are with IG being this far ahead.
But that's totally fine, because G2 like to try to force you to make mistakes and then capitalize them. Unfortunately, as we look at this replay, it was pretty much the exact opposite. Invictus Gaming said, you want to go toe-to-toe? We can do it. They collapse again and then rip them from the inside out.
Shut down.
Wonder, you can see, tries to get away here, thinking maybe I'll get out. The spooky ghost doesn't quite find him, but the Akali's even spookier. That far ahead means there's no escape for this Vayne. 0, 5, and 2. We always like to joke around about Vayne being full build when she hits Blade of the Ruined King and Ginsu's Rage Blade. Well, considering she's died 5 times, considering the build had to be delayed by the Hex Drinker, she's still only at half of that build. As Jankos goes in, but he's going to be killed immediately. Perk's not going to find the damage, not quite going to get it onto Jackie Love, who goes into the Featherstorm, getting himself away. Wonder's able to find the kill onto Ning, but now more damage coming out. Wonder going to be taken low, but not taken down. Perk's grabbing the kill onto Jackie, as Caps will clean up Balon, and 3 die on IG.
G2 rewarded for continuing to look for those aggressive plays. The Shy's trying to make them pay for it here, but he won't be able to track down anyone, and G2 get out with only losing 1 member.
And they will not sit by and just watch themselves passively lose this game. They will continue to play forward and aggressive, and you're starting to see how this composition works. It's basically a Venn diagram of murder. Jarvan drops on one person, Nico drops on top of them, and then Vayne supposedly should be running around with Vladimir in the middle of that.
We got a big ult circle from Jarvan, we got a big ult circle from Vlad, and if those all overlap with the big ult circle from Nico, we've got success. But if they don't, IG's able to move forward like this. Wonder taken down to 1/3. Invictus Gaming still not scared. Even after losing 3 guys, the last 2 keep pushing.
It's looking more like a Jackson Pollock to me. Maybe some finger painting all over the place, because this has been an insane match. both teams still looking for it. G2 finally rewarded, for looking for one of those aggressive plays, and they've been able to fight back a little bit of the vision here around the Baron. Doesn't matter though. Invictus Gaming gonna burn that sucker down.
Yeah, talking about finding a little bit of vision around. They will drop the blue trinket there into the pit. They'll see the Baron at about half HP. Throwing another one in there now. It's down to 2K. It will be secured by the side of Invictus Gaming, but now where's the fight gonna go? Balon gonna be caught out here as Mickey X looks to protect Perks somehow. Balon has been killed. If IG tries to continue the fight, they are gonna be 4 versus 5, but the shot goes in a killing spree. Where is he found? No way! Yankos looks to find the kill. He's able to get the shutdown, but he will throw his life away for it. Caps tries to 1 versus 3. He's able to find himself a single kill, but also going to be shut down. Ning will not get the Sonic Wave onto the last standing member, and IG win the fight.
That's more like the Etch-a-Sketch. He's shaking the screen all over the place. The Shy finally goes down as Yankos is able to track him down, but in the end, there is still Baron buff on Ning and Jackie Love, so that means the objectives will go their way.
Yes, because that's what we're playing, objective League of Legends. But like you said, it's the mid lane tower, it's the bot lane tower, and it's still more gold that's going into the pockets of Invictus Gaming.
You guys remember before this game started
yeah.
when I said that Invictus Gaming have the highest kills per minute in both LPL and all teams in MSI? They're averaging almost 1 kill per minute against G2.
I do want to say, though, G2 are a good assist to that stat right now. Like, I don't think this is just IG driving those numbers.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing all of the PvE take place after the PvP has already been sorted out.
The PvE means the enemy team is also the enemy. That's what PvE stands for in this game. I'm not seeing any PvE.
This is a record breaking, like, we're gonna break some records right now. The only 2 teams that could do it is G2 and IG. Put them in the same game and watch what happens.
This is why we had to have the break, because we needed the sheer amount of insanity in this game to have everybody properly prepared for it. Let's take another look at the Baron and the subsequent fight.
All right, so on the top side of your screen, you can see Balon had already initiated on 3 members of G2, and they take him down. So G2 up 1 member when this all starts. But the Shy says, you know what? Let's even that up really quickly. Flashes over this wall, realizes that there's already the Vayne over there. So he jumps back, and then the Condemn was in the air, I believe, adding that extra distance. Yanko still tracks him down on the Jarvan, is able to find that kill, but everyone else not so lucky.
And as we jump back to modern time, we can see Perks nearly dead, has to go back into the spawn platform. Redemption artillery missile will not quite find the kill onto him, but that shows you exactly what the state of the game is right now. Ning going forward, looking to maybe find something. Yanko's going to be taking up everybody on the side of IG. Will be taken down about half. Gargoyle Stoneplate going to be wearing off. Wonder looking to find some damage into Balon. Caps into the back line of IG. Jackie Love going to be under threat. Balon taken down. Caps able to find themselves that first kill as the Shy goes on yet another killing spree. He's able to find himself a double kill. Looking to make it even more, as that is going to be the curtain call for G2. Invictus Gaming lose 1. They kill 5. They get 30 kills in 28 minutes. And IG will repeat their world's performance and take down G2.
Woo, finishing this game in under 30 minutes. It was definitely action-packed from beginning to end.